Them Damn Mexicans presents TDM Talk.
All right, here we go, man. We're here with my boy JG, all the way down from that Washington State, man. Appreciate you coming down to the H. Doing last night we had Embrace the Culture. How was it, man? Just tell us off experience.
Man, I'm happy you invited me, man. I'm really grateful. I appreciate you inviting me. It was a great time. It was definitely an eye opener for sure.
Yeah,
I feel like I've been so close in my area
yeah.
that it was amazing to see.
To be outside somewhere different,
Exactly,
yeah.
man.
You know, I was talking about that with somebody yesterday about just like how the different cultures. You know, I think in our interview with Play West, it was the same thing. It was like, bro, you don't realize how much of a culture is different in other parts of the country until you actually get out.
Exactly.
Because we're so used to like our little circles and our in our area and so as far as like out of state shows, is this your first one or have you been out of the state?
My first one was last year.
Okay,
I had a show in LA.
in LA. Okay,
Yeah. It was cool, but it
okay,
was more like multi-genre.
okay,
So like not a lot of like Latinos, not a
yeah.
lot of like Latinos,
Oh,
but it
okay,
was still
okay,
a good show.
okay.
Um, LA was cool, and then this is my second time going out of state, but I definitely enjoyed it out here.
Nah, that's dope. I will say that you impressed a lot of people, man. A lot of people were really like, man, who is that guy? You know, where is he from? And because as most people know, like if they don't, I think they know when you're not from the area or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Even my wife liked your music, man. She was
Uh,
just like, oh, and she's not very easily impressed. She's kind of sticks to her own little, few artists.
yeah.
I'm more open to the different genres, different artists, things like that.
Right.
But you definitely put on a show. Where did that come from? The artistry, bro, like the showmanship. You
Yeah.
got on the table, and when you got on the table, everybody was like, "What is he doing?" But I could tell that everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I mean, first off, thanks to your wife. I
yeah.
appreciate that. But no, man. So funny story. I actually started in mariachi.
Okay.
I started as a mariachi singer. And I feel like that's where I kind of picked up the showmanship because mariachis, they're really passionate. When
Yeah,
they sing, they're looking at you in the eye. They're there to put on a show.
yeah, for sure.
And I feel like that's what I learned
Okay.
in mariachi. So I just like I like performing as a little kid. My dad would take me to the orchards,
Yeah.
and I hated picking, bro. I hated. When you go picking with your dad, he'll make you do the bottom of the tree, the
Yeah.
barba,
Yeah.
and I hated that. And I'd hear the radio playing. Y me ponía a bailar, me ponía a cantar, and people would the orchard workers, they started
Yeah.
giving me money, bro. They'd be like,
Oh.
"Hey, cántate una canción. Hey, baila esta canción." They
Yeah.
started giving me money, and my dad's like, he's like, "Bro, what are you like?
Yeah.
What?" And he always tells me a story of there was an old couple, and the lady, she was like, "Mira, mira, refugio, el niño bailando," and then he's like, "Lo deberían de enseñar a trabajar." But
That
yeah,
sounds
bro.
like something our dads would say, man. I know my dad would um, probably, if he knew, my dad passed going on, this year will be 11 years. But him probably seeing me doing what I'm doing, like podcasting, like, this, like, nah, you go to work type of thing,
I
and
feel
then,
that.
but I think seeing the progression now and like, okay, now it's a legitimate business. Now you're growing, like, so it's just yeah, I can see how that is. Y'all got to excuse my voice. Last night we had a great time. We had a big turnout. I was singing damn near everybody's songs and just talking to who were some artists that stood out to you yesterday?
Bro, I really like Tilla.
Tillo,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's funny. My manager, Easy Game, he actually sent me a reel because I like to dance and choreo in my songs.
Okay.
And so he sent me a reel of Tillo doing a choreo and going
Yeah.
crazy. I was like, damn, like he can move. So I was really excited to see him. So I stayed to see him specifically too. And he
Yeah.
put on a show.
Yeah, for
I really
sure.
like also Cuban Diva.
Cuban Diva,
She puts on
yeah.
a show. Um, there was a guy dressed in all red. He had a Houston.
Oh, Mac Young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like him.
He was
too.
dope too. He brought that energy. Actually, him and Tillo got a song together.
Yeah, that's what I
Well, that's
saw.
when Tillo had jumped on stage, I think. And I was like, "You're not performing it?" And he's like, "Nah, he didn't ask me to," But I was like, "Such a dope track,"
Right.
I'm sorry. And
Oh no, you're good. I
yeah.
really like them. I like that guy from Delaware too.
Oh yeah, Primo Nas. Yeah,
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 I feel like he's low key like, all right, like he got good music, you know.
yeah,
But every artist was dope. I unfortunately I didn't get to see all of them because I got a little sick, you know.
yeah.
But um, I think all of them are super dope. Like I said, the culture's so different. Like what I really like about the artists over here is that they know like, okay, this is my time. This is my. I could see the confidence, and I feel like that's what I took from it too. Like I gotta get that confidence. Where it's like I'm that person.
Yeah.
I'm a performer, and I'm here.
I felt that you had that. I felt all of y'all, like literally everybody that went up there with that, you know, the professionalism. I'm like, hey, I'm here to do my job. My job is to come put on a show because everybody, I got nothing but compliments from everybody who was there, especially everybody that kind of stuck it out and was there through the end. Was like,
Yeah.
yo, like everybody was so dope. My inbox this morning, I mean, it's
I
crazy.
bet.
We have a group chat with the vendors.
Yeah.
So many vendors told me last night and today that they sold out. Yeah, so I was like, to me, that's like, I
That's a
love
dub.
that because I want to be able to say that I was able to help you make money. That what we do is profitable, um, and then hopefully, we'll get to a stage in this life in this process that where we're able to pay you guys to come out and then that way we everybody's making money. So but again, man, I appreciate you and of course everybody else who came out. It was it was huge for me because it was so many from out of state and out of town coming in. So like you just don't know how much other than me telling you it's like no,
Yeah.
it really means something, man. So
No,
again, how has Houston been for you so far?
man, it's been awesome.
Yeah,
Luckily, I've met good people,
yeah,
and everyone I've come across is super nice, man. Like, everyone's just been showing love, even when we're at the bar.
yeah.
Super nice. People letting us cut in line. People letting me hit their blunts. You know, like everyone's super nice.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
enjoying it, man, and I think the cool part is the party don't stop at 2 a.m. It keeps going.
We were just talking about this off camera, man. Like, what time did you say they closed? Or they?
Bro, they close to like 5 a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were there till like 4 in the morning. At 3:30,
yeah.
everyone was like, "Yeah, now lean
Still,
back." Now lean, like everyone was going crazy.
bro, we went to Dallas maybe about a month ago. I was with Powder. We went on a little press run
Oh,
and
she performs crazy too.
yeah, she's amazing,
Yeah.
man. And we were at a club as special guest with the DJ, the guy that was up there with the long hair,
Oh yeah.
Crispin Valentin out of Dallas, the Global Latin Factor. He was hosting an event at a club, so we were there, bro. By like midnight, bro, I was sitting down like, yo, man, can we go now? Like, but I'm old, so I'm it's tough on me. But yeah,
Yeah.
5 a.m. is crazy, bro. And
Yeah.
the fact that you're up now, and you're
Yeah.
are you an early bird type of guy?
I am, bro. I'm an early bird. I usually always get up at like 5, 6 a.m.
Okay.
Even on the nights I go to sleep late, like I'll get up early.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Not me.
Yeah.
I'm more of a night owl. Like I'll stay up all night, and then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sleep in the next day. You know.
But I feel like it's good that I'm learning to do that because I feel like the more and more I do more shows, I'm gonna have to,
Okay.
be on go and
Yeah.
no sleep.
Hey, that's how this life is, though, man. Like people were tripping out that I was because I like Cuban Diva. I was telling her, I was like, she was like, get some rest. I'm like, yeah, I wish. I'm like, I got to get up and go do this interview, but I'm me. I'm grind mode. Like,
Right.
I mean, because it's not, for one, it's not every day that I'm going to, when's the next time I'm going to see you realistically?
Yeah.
So I was like,
Hopefully
no,
next year.
yeah, I got to go get that, man. And so let's talk about the project, the
Yeah.
new project. It's called,
Universo Arias.
I was listening to it last night, bro. For one, I love the cover art.
Thank
I
you.
thought it was dope. Where did that come from?
Shout out Art by Colin.
Okay.
He's from Pullman, Washington.
Okay.
He's actually the director of the magazines, and
Okay.
he does the flyers for the football games.
Mm,
He's the main guy that draws it.
okay.
I actually met him through a mutual friend, Lil Demi. He's an artist, and I host shows in over in Washington. And he came out to one of my shows as a vendor, was selling his art. We met through there, and ever since then, I always hit him up for
It
cover
looked
art.
dope. It just was like different.
Mhm.
And I like different because it stands out to
Right.
me, And then now it's like, okay, because I'll be honest, there's a lot of artists out there, man, that have shitty artwork, bro. Like they just throw in, oh, I could just do it on my phone. It's cheaper. Like, yeah, we can tell, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, man, pay, like pay for some good artwork.
Hmm. And it just builds that connection,
Yeah,
which I feel like it's important to have in this game. A lot of connections, a lot of networking.
it's a network, man.
Yeah.
They say network determines your net worth. So I firmly believe that because a lot of our events, like, man, a lot of people wanted to perform, man. There was people there that are dope,
Yeah.
that were like, hey, man, next year, bro, let me know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things, because I always tell people when they ask to perform, I'm like, look, come to an event, come see how we get down, come, chop it up with me,
Right.
introduce yourself, and very few do it though. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
you don't even want to do that. But
Yeah.
but you want to perform at my show, but you don't want to show up to show love. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But
Has to be a two-way street.
yeah, it is.
know?
It should be.
Yeah.
But again, not this ain't for everybody, bro.
Yeah.
You can put out music, you can do this and that, but if you're not really getting yourself out there, connecting
Facts.
with the right people,
Facts.
hey, you're gonna keep running in that same circle.
Exactly.
So talk about the project, man. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm an Aries, so that's what kind of got the name
Yeah.
Universo Arias. I really envisioned it as a place of like, okay, this is where I go to my universo to get away from everything. Like from all the normal stuff happening in your life. Let's step away and just have a good time.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've gone to that genre, Latin pop,
Yeah.
and I love it. I think it's one of my strong suits.
I was gonna say, that was gonna be my next point,
Yeah.
but go ahead.
Yeah, and it was cool, man. I actually recorded all the songs like a year ago.
Okay.
The newest
Oh,
one is a
wow.
bonus track, Lejos de mí, and I performed them like all over Washington for a year. So like, it was cool to see the people reacting to all those songs, and that's when I was like, okay, these songs hit, so I'm gonna put them on a project. And it was cool to like do it all unreleased when I was doing shows.
Yeah.
And then when I did have my release party, because I had a release party, first ever live show at the only club in my town.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's their first ever live show, and they let me
Yeah.
do my project release there.
Oh,
And
nice.
so like all my friends, my family came, showed a lot of love. But no, that project was dope. I worked with a lot of different producers. I got connected with one from Argentina. He made the bonus track, that Jersey beat. It's
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Lejos de mí, and he made that beat, bro. And he's really cool. And again, networking, because now he's connected me with a couple artists from Argentina. He's telling me, hey, come fly out here, which
Out
I'm
the
like,
country type shit is
Exactly.
that's another level. We just talked about the out of state thing, but imagine.
mhm.
And I know this from, like, I'm a huge 50 Cent fan. I know when
Me
them
too.
cats was going to Dubai and all them, places out there and performing, and they were like, this is where the real money's out here. Like, they love this shit out here. So
Right.
connecting, that's dope.
So it's cool connecting with them. And then I connected with the guy from Turkey. So the song "Whoa Whoa," which is my favorite song off the project, it's made from a producer in Turkey,
Okay.
which he didn't even make that. Like, he doesn't know Spanish music.
Yeah.
I just found that beat on YouTube and I was like, I
Oh,
love
wow.
this. I messaged him on Instagram,
Yeah.
connected, chopped it up. I sent him like before I released it. I was like, hey bro, check it out. Let me know what you think. He loved it.
Oh, wow.
And he sold me the exclusive for like cheap,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because I took the time to reach out and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Not
And-
just take it and do it and run with it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then my engineer, shout out EMB Flame. He's the one that mixes. He mixed the whole project, mixed and mastered everything. He has his home studio out there, and we've been doing it for like. I mean, I've been recording for him since I started,
Okay.
and I feel like he's definitely learned what to do with my voice now. And I feel like he's only gonna get better and better.
I feel like it's a good match because, I mean, although I don't know, but I was gonna speak on that as well. Like, sonically, the project just dope. I told you I was up late. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to my wife about your performance and just all the tracks off that album, and I was kind of like, man, you know what? Let me listen to the whole thing from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, this is really dope. Like, this is really dope. I was like, I love it because it's something that's different.
Yeah.
Not only because it's just a different genre, but just a whole different culture, a whole different mindset. So I wanted to ask, like, the thought process behind the music, like how, like when you write, how do you come up with the stuff? Like,
A lot of the time, bro, it's in the car. To be honest,
okay,
a lot of the time because I'm always moving.
yeah,
I don't really have time to like sit down like that. So a lot of the time it's like on the way to work, on the way to the grocery store, and I just be on YouTube playing beats, and I be
mm,
freestyling in the car, and I just be coming up with little melodies. Once I
yeah,
find a little melody that I like, I'll just hum it. I'll just be like no 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 no. Once I find it, right away voice memo, and I'll be like, Bad Bunny fade, memories type beat, and then I'll be like, I'll rap it, and then later come back to it, and then just fill it in with words.
okay,
I feel like I love doing that because it allows me to like just come up with melodies, the flows so
yeah,
much easier,
yeah, yeah.
And when you're in the car, you're just in a vibe, You're listening to beats, you're looking around, vibing. So that's how I start, bro. And from there, I just start writing to my melodies, practice it a couple times, hit up EMB, my engineer. I'm like, hey, you got free time? I go over, and honestly, bro, I'm kind of a perfectionist.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I'll retake one line like 100 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I like that EMB is like open enough to allow me to do that and allow me to really get my best take.
Yeah.
And I think that's important in an engineer because some engineers they don't give you feedback. And with him, bro, like he'll tell you, hey, maybe try it this way. Maybe instead of that word, use this word
I
or
like that.
flow it like this.
I've been in sessions with like other artists, and I'll see how sometimes that process is. The artist will be like, "What you think? That is that cool?" And the engineer, yeah, it's cool. Kind
Yeah,
of like they don't really care.
yeah,
But then I've been in some where like, "No, try it this way," or how about you instead of this, do this. And I think that's dope because I think to make a dope project or even a dope track, it's a collaborative effort between you and that guy because that he's the
exactly,
guy that's usually got a good ear for it.
exactly. And I feel like it's so important, like as an engineer, because like if you really love music, then you're there to make a good project.
Yeah,
If you don't really love it, and you're just there for the money. It's like, bro, like why do I even want to go with you? I
yeah.
want to go to an engineer that I feel a relationship with that's gonna help me. We're gonna help each other. So
How long you been working with this engineer?
I've been working with him since like 2019.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay, so y'all definitely got it.
yeah, we're like locked in now.
Yeah, I was about to say y'all probably got it down to where he can read your mind, or he can
Yeah,
already tell you, "All right, bro, like whatever."
yeah. It's funny because in Seattle, I went to the studio. It was off my album Lit Pero Sad.
Okay.
I went to the studio to record Cuando Yo Te Veo. And I was like, okay, first time in Seattle, first time at a actual studio. Hated the mix. I
Mm.
fucking hated it. I I spent like, $200 whatever, and I was like, bro, this mix is terrible. I actually ended up taking it back the same night. I drove back to Wenatchee. Same night, I hit up EMB. Hey, bro, this mix is trash. Can I record at your spot? Yes, pull up. That same night we recorded at his
Same night,
spot.
redid. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then came out with that mix instead.
Okay.
So I have been working with some studios I'll go in Seattle, but low key like I haven't found one that I could call home.
Okay.
I'm still looking for that engineer out in Seattle that I can go to when I'm out there because I
Yeah.
go out there a lot,
Okay.
like
Okay.
every other weekend. Because in my hometown, there's not a lot going on, so
Okay. Okay.
I have to go out there to make moves.
So in Seattle, though, there's more of a scene out there. How's the scene out there, like just in general for Latinos, or?
It's slowly growing. I
Mm.
feel like there's a lot of Latino clubs, but they don't really support the local Latino artists like that yet. I feel like it's slowly starting to get in there. They're slowly starting to bring more Latino artists to like bigger artists.
Yeah, yeah.
But as far as my hometown, well, me and my friends are creating the wave in Wenatchee.
Okay,
You know,
that's dope. That's
yeah,
dope. And how far is that from Seattle?
3 hours.
3 hours. Oh, yeah, it's kind of like here in from us in San Antonio or us in Dallas, but they really kind of come here.
Mhm.
Dallas, San Antonio, Austin artists, they come here a lot. But there's a shit ton of shows out here for like local
Yeah,
artists. There's damn near something every weekend
right.
with some people, some different platforms. In some ways, I wish I could do more shows, but then I feel like I would water my brand down if I just constantly had an event.
Right.
Because then people could feel like, well, I'll just make the next one. Like Embrace the Culture. When we started, it was cool because it was like, oh, well, if you don't come this year, you got to wait till next year.
Right.
Because that's the whole kind of mystique about it. If you just, so now people see the stories and right now my Instagram is on fire. All
Oh,
the
yeah.
stories, people tagging performances and
Yeah.
whatnot. They're like, damn, I wish I'd have made it. I'm sorry I didn't. You gotta wait till next
I
year,
know. I invited a bunch of my homies too, bro. I let them know like 2 months in advance. I was like, take the day off, go out, like come with me.
That's
But
crazy.
none of them came, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but they're looking at my stories right now, like,
I
bro, I
should have
should have
went.
gone.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Nah, that's how it be, man. They
yeah,
don't. It usually don't happen until like after the fact, you know. So,
exactly. But I
I
hope it inspired them too, you
yeah,
know, to
yeah,
get out more.
yeah. Hopefully they support more, man.
Yeah,
Like, you know, especially you would think your friends and family would be the first ones to be. I was, you know, I had all my sisters. My mom was there. My wife, my kids. You know, a lot of my friends came out. You know, these are
yeah,
none of them are in the industry, bro. Like these
yeah.
are just like this is the actual consumer. These are
Mhm.
consumers that actually come out. So I go to events sometimes, and it's really just a bunch of other artists out there.
Yeah,
And although we did have a lot of artists out there, but you know they all performed, and a lot of them stuck around, so it was
right.
dope.
And that's the cool thing too. Like, I mean, for me, I feel like every time I go perform somewhere, I like sticking around, bro, meeting everybody. I
Yeah,
don't like to just leave after my performance
yeah.
because I don't know. I feel like you, you got to support the other people too,
I
bro.
was gonna say that as an artist yourself,
Yeah,
like you want that same support, so it's like why not give it? You know,
yeah,
like I kind of agree with you on that.
hmm
Like when I go to events, whether I'm just going to show love because I don't perform or anything.
yeah,
Sometimes I'll pull up and do interviews, but for very few select people.
yeah.
But for the most part, I'm there to show love, and I kind of just stay and watch everybody perform.
Right.
You know, I just go up there and show love.
Mhm.
I
And I,
like to discover new talent too, though.
yeah, yeah, because of the love of the music, you
Yeah,
know. And I feel like it's the love of the music, and also like I'm a big believer of like what you put out, you're gonna get back. So like,
correct.
you know, if you're really showing love, you're really showing support, like it's gonna come back around. And
Mm.
you know, you just have to be a nice person, just genuine, you
Yeah,
know.
no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
So who is JG? I'm gonna tell you first off, I think that's genius. Like
Yeah.
marketing wise, that's genius.
Thank you.
Like I love it. You
Yeah.
know, because you got to have something that stands out.
Right.
Whether it's your logo, your name, like our name, them damn Mexicans.
Yep.
When you hear it, you're like, what the fuck? You know, like
Yeah.
who you talking to? You know, and I got friends, black, white, that support me and wear my gear, and they're like, bro, I be getting looks sometimes because I'm wearing the shirt, but it's like, nah, it's not even that. You know, it's just
Yeah.
I'm supporting, me. They're supporting me or whatnot. So you got to have something that people will,
Remember.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They can kind of put together when they hear who is JG. They'll know exactly who they're talking about because there's nobody else like it.
Yeah. Facts.
So where did first for
Yeah.
one, how did that come about, and then go into who you are as a person?
All right. So I actually started the name LKG, which meant Lil King G.
Okay.
But that was before I even know who Lil King G was.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
was like, once I found out who he was, I was like, all right, time to change his name.
Yeah.
And I had changed it to just JG. But what I noticed and what a lot of people need to focus on too is like, when you Google your name, are you the only one to pop up as an artist? Are you the only one? When I would search up JG, hell of them would pop up.
Mm,
When you look up who is underscore JG, I'm the only one. So if you
yeah.
Google it, I'll be the only one to pop up.
Yeah.
And so that's what made me like, okay, boom, that's check mark. I'm the only one to pop up.
Yeah.
As far as who I am, bro, I just I've been through a lot of stuff in life.
Okay.
As far as like losing people close to me, you know, and I
Yeah.
feel like back then I didn't really like take into consideration everything that's happening around me, you know, appreciate life. But after that happened, I just got a new perspective,
Yeah.
and I feel like the person that I am now is like just humble, nice person, good energy, meeting people, and that's what I want in my music too, bro. That's why I perform like that. I
Yeah.
perform with a smile because I'm there. I'm happy to be there.
I feel like it was genuine,
Yeah.
and I usually have a good kind of feeling about people. So even before meeting you, it was kind of like, okay, dude seems like he's cool, whatever. I said, you know what, fuck it, Will. Hey, come on out, bro. We got you. And then you came out, and you were pretty much what you portray in what we see on social media. Because you see people on social media, and then you meet them in real life. You're like, yeah, this guy fucking sucks, bro. Like I don't like him as a person, but like musically, it's like, damn, he's dope.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, now like he's kind of an asshole or whatever. Like, nah, I seen you mingling and mixing around with the crowd and
Yeah.
showing love, and and not only you, I saw the guy from Primo Nas doing the same thing.
Yeah.
just enjoying the show, enjoying the
Right.
moment, and I appreciate that,
Yeah.
man. But
I mean, hey, bro, I truly love music.
yeah,
Like, I
yeah,
love music, bro,
yeah,
and I appreciate every aspect of it, you
yeah.
know, and that's why I stick around too, you know, to see every artist, to meet everybody. I always have a rule to myself, like every time I go to a show and there's vendors, I have to make a round,
Yeah.
just talk to everybody, see what they're about. Like that's my always my rule: talk to everybody and make your rounds.
We have Anna Yadi, who you met, part of our team. And one of the things we do at the events is like we all make sure and check on the vendors as well. Like, hey, but we feel like with the vendors, the artists, and then just the public itself, we feel it's like our duty to just, hey, how are you doing? That goes a long
Exactly.
way, man. They're like, man, they really care. We didn't just take your fee and be like, all
Exactly.
right, whatever. We don't care. Like, nah, we went around. So this year we had a ton of new vendors, like where I'd never met them until that day.
Yeah.
So I thought that was dope. And then, like I said, hearing them saying they sold out, it was like, oh man,
Yeah.
hell yeah!
Yeah.
Like even if the show was whack, at least my people made money. But
But it wasn't a whack show.
no, it wasn't a whack show. Not by a long
No, I
shot, man.
totally understand you though, because I actually host shows in my hometown.
Okay.
Me and my girlfriend host shows too,
Okay.
and I've been hosting shows for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And we have an annual one too called Wavy Summer. It's in Chelan. It's like
We
right
gotta
on the
come.
lake.
We gotta come out.
Yeah, bro, that one's like my best one.
Okay.
And same thing, like when the vendors come, same thing, checking in on them, like because you want to make them feel comfortable too, like, hey, are you having a good time? Are you selling, right? And I think that's important as a host.
Yep.
You know,
You got to be a good host. You got to know how to be a good host, man. And then that does not everybody can do that. I feel like I've kind of gotten it down, but I just have the experience. I've just, and then
Yeah.
I'm a personable, I'm very personable. So I love going just, hey, you good? Even when I was walking by, running around, doing interviews with other people and meeting the artists that were coming in or whatnot, I'd look back and if a vendor was looking at me, I'm like, you good? They're like, good, cool.
Yeah.
I can keep it moving,
And
If
even as
not,
simple as that, they appreciate that.
yeah, no, I know it because I try to put myself in not only the artist shoes but also the vendors and just kind of like I was hoping somebody would come say what's up or whatever, but yeah, because some of those vendors, they're real shy people.
Yeah.
They're good at what they do, they sell their candies or micheladas or whatever, but as
Right.
far as talking to people, that doesn't really, it doesn't come like second nature like it does to us.
Yeah, for sure. Because I've seen that. I've noticed that too.
Yeah.
Even my girlfriend, it took her a bit because she sells chamoy candies.
Okay.
She makes really good chamoy
I
candies.
thought she was coming.
I know, but she didn't want to be the only girl. So
Oh, okay.
I was like, man,
I was hoping she would have brought some chamoy candies or
bro,
something,
I'm gonna have to
man.
send. I'm gonna send you a pack. Watch,
Okay,
I'm gonna send you
cool.
a pack.
Because
But,
they look so good on social media.
Bro,
I was like, oh man,
she makes
look-
fire. I don't know if you've ever. Don't steal the idea, but Starburst
Okay,
chamoy candies. Bro,
that sounds so good.
I'm gonna send you some.
Okay,
But no, but like I was saying, same thing with her. Like she learned because she's kind of quiet too, but with this vendoring process and like coming with me to all these shows, she's definitely like learning how to talk more, how to speak
Yeah.
more. And I feel like with her business, it helps her go up because now she gets to talk.
you never
more.
be surprised how much someone will be willing to spend more just because of the conversation that you offer. Even a simple gesture is like, hey, what's up? How's your day going? I was going pretty good. What you got here? And then it's like, well, you know what? Let me get something because I think subconsciously, it's like they were so nice.
Yeah.
I love the energy. You know what? Let me go on and get something.
Yeah.
So that's dope. That's dope.
That,
man.
that's literally what my manager told me too. He's like, bro, bring merch. He's
Yeah.
like, even if like they don't know who you are, because of the person you are, they're gonna support you.
I'm a strong believer. Like I'm also a huge Master P fan from back in the day, and he always talked about, man, you got to always have product. As an artist, have product. And I feel so. I took that same approach with artists, and I tell artists all the time. My advice is always get merch, because even if you don't get paid to do a show,
Right.
you can at least set up to sell your merch and make your money that way.
Exactly.
And man, for the life of me, I don't know why people don't do that.
Exactly. And I think that's something I've been learning recently, especially
Yeah.
with this tour that I'm on.
Like, okay,
I didn't have that prepared, but I feel like for my next tour, I'm like, okay, I need to have a merch table, because like you said, maybe you're not getting paid for that show, but make some bread with your merch.
exactly.
And after you perform, let them know, hey guys,
I'm set up over here. Come get you a shirt,
exactly.
hat.
I'll
whatever.
be there. Talk to me.
Yep.
Let's take pictures. Let me get to meet you guys.
Yep.
You know.
Always got to get better. You know, like, okay, I didn't do it this time, so the next time, guess what? I'll be prepared. You know, so
Exactly.
it's a learning process, bro.
Exactly.
So, where's your next stop? Show
So my next stop is not this coming weekend, but next weekend in Seattle.
Seattle.
It's
Okay.
in Linwood.
Okay.
My homie, shout out Shane.
Okay.
That's his hometown. He's having a hometown show.
Oh, dope.
And so he's gonna pack it out, and I was lucky enough for him to invite me as an opener.
You hyping up like out there, so I want to go. Like I want to go because that's one thing I told myself that I was wanted to start traveling. You know, to at least promote my brand.
Come out there.
I don't perform or do anything,
Yeah.
you know. So, but at least maybe I can come do interviews at at a show or because that's a good thing too because it's content.
Yeah.
You can be like, okay, hey, we have TDM Talk podcast. They'll be doing live interviews for the artist that's there.
Exactly.
People want to sign up or just come out just to get an interview, you know.
Exactly.
And like, oh, they're from Houston. Oh, that's even because we get that a lot when we do. Matter of fact, next year, we haven't announced it yet, but we're going on a tour. We're taking the talk show podcast. We're going to city and setting up for the weekend and just doing interviews. You know,
you heard it right here.
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Y'all getting the exclusive right here, man. So we'll be announcing it after the new year. But for those that watch this one, you get it, right there. But yeah, man.
Congratulations.
No, thank you. So hopefully we get to come out there with you guys, man, and we'll set it up. And
we'll show you a good time.
We got plenty of time to make it happen. So. Any last minute shout outs, man, before we get out of here?
Shout out to all my boys out there, Apollo, D-Flat Wavy, Danny Phantom, McFly, the whole imagery crew. Shout out to all my boys. I know they would be here if they could, but I know they're watching. I know they're proud. I know they're supporting. So shout out to all my boys, EMB Flame, my engineer. And shout out just Wenatchee.
Yeah.
I love Wenatchee, bro, my hometown. Even though it's small, I'm always going to have it right here.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody out there, and shout out to Houston for showing me a good time. Shout out to them damn Mexicans for putting this on. Bro, it was an amazing time out here, and I really want to come back.
Oh, hey, the door's always open, so I'm putting that out there right now. I always tell anybody that's come out, had a positive, experience and wants to come back, hey, let's do it. It's there. So I appreciate you coming all the way out here, man, and doing this, and now we're locked in, bro. Anything you guys need from us down here, or if you go to Dallas, we got you in Dallas too. We'll connect you with people out there, and we're just gonna keep this thing rolling, man. And again, I appreciate everybody who watches this. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Keep running them numbers up. And go follow him. The link is in the description. Y'all can go follow him on IG. Check out his music on all streaming platforms.
Check out the project.
Yeah.
Universal Audios.
Yep. Go stream that. Go run it. Go run it. Go buy it if you can. Shoot, But streaming is cool too. So we appreciate again you for stopping by. My boy right here, y'all can't see him, but he's off to the side, Mr. Manager.
Easy game.
Yeah. Y'all enjoyed Houston, man. I've seen the stories.
Shout out Matthew.
Yeah, little Matthew in the building. He out here. With it. He'll be following his dad's footsteps. He's doing food reviews now. Him and another kid named Hendrix, who his dad owns a place called Chicken Heads out in New Caney. They're gonna start doing food reviews. They just dropped their first episode last week, so y'all go check it out, man. Yeah, y'all go check it out. Make sure again hit the subscribe button. Catch us on Apple, Spotify, iHeart Radio, all that good stuff. We're everywhere, man. So, and until the next time, man, we are them damn Mexicans.
Appreciate y'all.